What if I told you that the secrets of our future, our fate, may be found in the work of Leonardo da Vinci? Born in 1452, da Vinci was the ultimate Renaissance man. Artist, botanist, architect, scientist, mathematician, writer, musician, you name it, da Vinci did it. And he did it at a level that boggles the mind. An inventor, da Vinci accurately predicted hundreds of advancements in science, transportation, medicine, and warfare 500 years before they happened. Some call that human genius, but a few think he actually saw the future. And many now believe that da Vinci's most dangerous prophecy has yet to be unlocked. Now, a newly discovered da Vinci drawing that's been hidden for centuries may prove to be the final piece to da Vinci's most important prophecy. It is time to decode Leonardo da Vinci. I'm Brad Meltzer. I've spent my life collecting stories, signs, symbols, and codes hidden in plain sight. Some have become the basis for my novels, but I've only scratched the surface. And now history has given me the resources to investigate the rest. This is Decoded.
Hey, Brad, you got a good one for us?
I do. You guys are going to Italy, and you're going to be decoding none other than Leonardo da Vinci himself.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that is sweet, but a little daunting. What's left about Leonardo?
There are things happening right now that could change the way we think about da Vinci's work. There's a family in Genoa who thinks that they found a brand new da Vinci sketch.
Oh, that would be huge.
It was actually hidden for years in the secret compartment of a book, which is an awesome hiding place. And some people even think that it contained prophecies.
Da Vinci's like Einstein to me, where if there's something that I haven't read of his, I want to get my hands on it.
You ever see his drawings of helicopters and tanks and all the other inventions that didn't exist back then? Those are common knowledge. But he also had some more cryptic writings that some think are starting to come true.
Oh, really?
This is a real chance for us, right on the front lines. Look into the sketch, let's see if it's real, and let's find out what da Vinci was trying to tell us about the future.
An original Da Vinci sketch?
I can't even imagine.
I hope it is.
Leonardo da Vinci is considered by many scholars to be the greatest painter of all time, producing both the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. Born out of wedlock in 1452 to a wealthy notary father and a peasant mother, da Vinci took his first painting apprenticeship with the Renaissance master Verrocchio when he was just 14 years old. The story goes that one of his first big opportunities was to paint an angel in the great master's work, Baptism of Christ. After looking at it, Verrocchio allegedly vowed that he would never paint again, unable to live up to his young student Leonardo. But da Vinci was also a brilliant draftsman, and his inventive drawings are proof of a thinker who was clearly centuries ahead of his time. He imagined a tank, scuba suits, driving machines. Look, for example, at his design for a flying machine. He drew this in 1488, more than 400 years before the Wright brothers. And his ornithopter flying device inspired the wing look when Bill Finger and Bob Kane created Batman. That is true. Without Leonardo, there is no Batman.
Well, this is the cover and this is the first page. This first page was stuck here. And the drawing was found exactly here, so...
But this isn't a replica. This is the book.
No, this is the book. This is
Okay,
the
should we
original
be-
one.
This
of
is the original
course.
one that the cardinal had hidden the page inside.
Yes, between the cover and the first page, yes.
Cardinal Tadini, the former Archbishop of Genoa, hid the drawing in an unmarked book's secret compartment, and it remained there until his death in 1847. When the Cardinal's possessions were auctioned off, a new owner noticed that the cover had been compromised and discovered the portrait underneath. It was another 50 years before anybody realized what an important discovery had been made. The drawing hung unassumingly on a wall until it caught the eye of Cristina Gerbino's family friend, an antique restorer who decided to trace the drawing back to its creator. And that's when things got interesting. Art historians and forensic scientists concluded that not only was the drawing by Leonardo da Vinci, but it was from a collection of his works, the Codex Atlanticus, that includes apocalyptic prophecies.
On the sketch, there was a signature that has been erased. There are different hollows there. In a totally dark ambient and using light from the left angle, you can see the traces of the signature. This is a picture of the lower part of our drawing. So if we read the signature from the left side to the right side, we have two letters that are very clear. E-O is myself in Italian. Then we have four letters together, N-A-R-D, Nard. Then we have O-D-A, Leonardo da Vinci. You is myself, Leonardo da Vinci. It's a signature. And then we can read the signature from the right side to the left side. And our interpretation is Itsni vado dran oi. If we translate that in English, means in this way I do myself.
The fact that the signature reads backwards is a telltale sign that we're likely looking at a real Da Vinci. He wrote almost all of his personal notes and letters in mirror writing. Some say it was because he was a southpaw, and he simply didn't want to smudge the ink. Others say it was so that lesser artists wouldn't copy his masterworks. But many believe it was to hide ideas that might have gotten him in trouble with the government, the law, or the church. In Leonardo's time, dissecting anything more than a pig was strictly forbidden. But Da Vinci performed clandestine dissections of humans and created highly detailed anatomical diagrams and writings, all in mirror writing. So when you read Da Vinci's signature backwards, you get something interesting. Translated loosely, it becomes, "In this way, I am doing this myself." It doesn't sound too provocative, but keep in mind, this was the 1400s. This is a time when self-reliance and putting human reason first were considered a threat to the church. The church always was supposed to come first, and humans were just its obedient servants. So between chopping up human corpses and the idea that the human body might be a marvel of science and not God, those were two things that may have put Da Vinci on a short list of people to keep a close, watchful, and potentially suppressive eye on.
Here we have the original drawing.
This is the original drawing?
This is the original drawing. I don't want to touch.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, we just have to look. We don't want to touch.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Did you ever think in a million years that you would be this close to a Leonardo da Vinci sketch?
How about this? To a found Leonardo da Vinci sketch. That's what's interesting. Do you believe that we are looking at a self-portrait of Leonardo da Vinci?
Of course, I am sure about it.
Really?
Yeah. After some years, they started working, and one of the most important results was the discovery of the microchemical composition of our drawing that perfectly matches the composition of the paper of other three drawings attributed to Leonardo da Vinci.
It's the same paper used for known Da Vinci works. This is the same paper.
Yes, exactly. We find out that on the back of our drawing there are evident traces of glue, and the same traces of glue are in the page 1033 of the Codex Atlanticus.
To explain the Codex Atlanticus, first you got to know what a codex is. It's a collection of ancient works. The Codex Atlanticus is essentially Da Vinci's brain on paper, bringing together his personal journals, sketches, philosophies, and inventions. Let me put into perspective how important this book is. A smaller collection of Da Vinci's scientific observations called the Codex Leicester was purchased in 1994 for $30 million. The buyer was Bill Gates. The Codex Leicester shows us Da Vinci's understanding of the world was hundreds of years ahead of his time. But the Atlanticus shows us Da Vinci's understanding of the world may have been hundreds of years ahead of our time. Da Vinci predicted so much of the world we live in today. Figuring out exactly what else he predicted may tell us what kind of future we can look forward to.
Is there anything in that particular page, content-wise or thematically, that makes it special?
Yes, that's curious because that page tells about prophecies.
That same page that was removed by the
Yeah,
cardinal
page 1033.
has prophecies on it?
Yes. Yes.
And it's the only one in the entire Codex
It's the only
Atlanticus
page,
that
yes.
does talk about prophecies.
Yes, exactly.
This is why this drawing matters. Many people believe page 1033 of the Codex Atlanticus is Da Vinci trying to tell the world something about its future. His predictions are grim. Da Vinci writes of entire forests being destroyed and weapons of mass destruction. He refers to the extinction of species and the slaughter of man. One of his most recurring themes is destruction by water, flood, or tidal wave. For centuries, Da Vinci scholars have scanned every inch of page 1033 trying to make sense of the prophecy and trying to figure out what the missing piece is. So the idea that this drawing may not only be a Da Vinci, but the missing piece and part of the prophecy is huge. Add to that a cardinal considered something about this drawing so important that he felt it needed to be carefully hidden, and I want to know what was history's greatest mind trying to tell us. A newly discovered Leonardo da Vinci drawing was reportedly found hidden in the binding of a book. Now it's been revealed that the book belonged to a Catholic cardinal tasked with stomping out religious revolutions, and the image may be from a section of Da Vinci's work that foretells the end of the earth. So why did a church cardinal keep Da Vinci's work hidden for all these years, possibly going so far as to erase his signature? Were they attempting to suppress Da Vinci's prophecies, or Da Vinci himself?
When you first saw this sketch, what did you think?
My first impression, extraordinary drawing. And I said, for me, the drawing is about 1500, slightly after.
And this is interesting. When Dr. Hohenstadt first saw the picture, the artistic technique was so advanced, he thought it had to be from 1500. However, when scientists tested the paper, they learned that it was actually from 1475. So who could have been doing work 25 years ahead of his peers? You got it, Leonardo da Vinci.
I can clearly state that for me, it's a Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes. For you it is.
Yes.
There's enough evidence.
Yeah, for me it's enough evidence.
How much would it be worth? Throw a number out there.
Let's say 50 million.
Wow.
Dude.
You were close to $50 million.
Yeah.
Whoever took this image could have taken the entire Codex Atlanticus. Why this particular sketch?
It's very difficult to answer to this question because we don't know it really.
Could it be connected in any way to the fact that it was surrounded by prophecies?
With this, yes. He was naturally also thinking about the future because he was a researcher. The prophecies was another way looking at reality to open up, let's say, considerations which normally people wouldn't have. And he made also some of them about the church, which at the end are critics also on the church.
Hey, Brad.
So I hear you saw the picture in question. So was it the real deal? What do you think?
What's compelling to me is they have scientific evidence. They have done their homework. this feels like, I mean, from everything we're seeing, it feels like it did come out of the Codex Atlanticus.
So if we're confident that it's a Leonardo, to me, the next step is to figure out why the